Fort Hare, an illustrious university in the body politic of South Africa and the African continent, but has been plagued with allegations of corruption and fraud in academia over the past few years. Allegations have surfaced of politicians illegally registering at the university for honours and master's degrees without qualifying to do so. At the centre of these allegations is Professor Edwin Ijeoma. ANC Eastern Cape Provincial Chairperson and Premier Oscar Mabuyane was deregistered for his master's degree, whilst his supervisor was Professor Ijeoma, and Sindiwe Gomba's registration led to his firing for allegedly illegally registering her for an honours degree in public administration. Professor Ijeoma says all these allegations against him are unfounded.
What you have been hearing in the past 3 years has been false narrative targeting some politicians in the Eastern Cape. I don't know where that is coming from.
The professor says there was never any fraud or corruption in the registration of senior ANC politicians at the university. Ijeoma accuses the institution of being on a vindictive agenda against those who had contrary views to the Vice-Chancellor.
There was no fraud and corruption in admission. Secondly, when you talk of registration of a student, we are talking about the office of the registrar. I wasn't the registrar of the university. I was at the lower ebb of registration of a student. And you cannot accuse one single person, and a professor for that matter, for registering a student, especially when that professor is not, maybe within the value chain of registration exercise, but may not have what it takes to register a particular student.
Recently, reports have surfaced of allegations that Eastern Cape Premier Oscar Mabuyane had ghostwriters for his master's proposal, which he has disputed. The Special Investigating Unit is currently probing maladministration at the university and the illegal awarding of degrees to politicians and government employees. However, Professor Ijeoma says this is all a witch hunt against the dominant faction of the ANC in the Eastern Cape.
For the past 3 years now, even when I have left the University of Fort Hare, politicians are still being targeted and they are linked with my name. Why should that happen? What kind of witch hunt that does not stop and focus on the core business of the University of Fort Hare?
Vice-Chancellor Sakhela Buhlungu has survived a number of assassination attempts on his life since joining the university. His bodyguard was fatally shot dead in a hail of bullets in one of the apparent assassination attempts on the Vice-Chancellor's life. Sakhela Buhlungu, SABC News, Pretoria.